Because I'm a bougie babe. The feeling is mutual. I feel judged. I thought this was a safe space. Darling, come here. Come protect me from these vibes. Hi, I'm Ngoni, and this is what's in my bag. So this is actually a Stella McCartney find from Vista Village. And no, darling. Insanity. This is what's in my bag. So I get migraines. So this is Zimbabwean. Sunglasses. These are prescription because I need them to see. I've got a multi-purpose oil. So this works for your face, your hair, and your nails. Some plastic-free gum because did you know most gum has plastic in it? FYI. Some snips because you just never know when you might see a thread that you need to snip off. I always have a protein bar because I get really hangry. This Fabler Mane hair oil. I just really love this as well. Little Fenty Beauty. What is this? Invisimatte. It's a blotting powder basically, and I literally go nowhere without this. Some dog treats for obvious reasons. I get asked all the time what I have on my lips, and it is always NARS Slow Ride. This is it. This is a secret. A nail file. And then I got this from Bibi. It came in my Liberty Advent calendar, and I really love the smell of this. And then lastly, my electrolytes. So this is H3O Hydration by Rejuvenated. It's a family-owned British company, and I just find it works really well for my hydration. And that's what's in my bag.
Can you introduce yourself, your name, what you do, and where you're based?
I'm Ngoni Chikwenengere. I'm a fashion designer, and I live in Northampton.
Lovely. And what do you love most about what you do?
What I love most is making women, different sizes, different races, just like feel really good and beautiful in their clothes. That's definitely the best part of what I do.
And what's the first thing you did this morning?
The first thing I did this morning, I actually pray every morning. So that's the first thing that I did this morning.
Nice. And one word to describe you today?
Chill. That's rare, by the way.
And how would you describe your style?
I'm trying to do art teacher chic, but my friends are like, no art teacher looks like that. So, I will say I love making and wearing pieces that make me happy. So that, yeah.
And what does your style say before you even speak?
Depending on the day, I'm either like a strong boss babe, or I'm just like a hot chick, as my mum would say. Or like I said, art teacher vibes.
And what does jewelry mean to you, and how does it make you feel?
I love jewelry that just makes me feel really beautiful and feminine. Because my style can vary, but I think the pieces that I pick definitely make me feel, feminine, but also quite strong.
What's your favorite thing about London?
It's a city full of possibility. No 2 days are the same when you're in London, for sure.
Okay. And what's your pet peeve about
Tourists. Not
Tourists?
walking quickly enough. Yeah. When you live in London for a couple of years, you do become that person who's like, come on, move it.
Couldn't agree more. If you could only spend one time in one part of London, where would it be? North, west, east, south? You can only choose one. And why?
I think it's going to be West. I think it has to be West London for sure.
Okay. And why?
Because I'm a bougie babe. You've got the food, the views, everything's really pretty. And a lot of my friends live in Notting Hill, so it's perfect for me.
Okay, that makes sense. And your favorite coffee shop, and what makes it your favorite?
My favorite coffee shop? I don't have a favorite London coffee shop.
Really?
No. I just like going to holes in the wall. Like wherever I am, I'll look for an independent and that's it. That's my favorite coffee shop that day. Yeah.
Okay. And worst coffee you've ever had in the city?
Can I say where it was?
Yes, you can.
It was the Clerkenwell Grind and it was awful. Yeah. See, I asked. Oh, yeah.
I said exactly the same thing. Seriously, I swear. Like, honestly, I had to ask for an extra shot. How can I ask for an extra shot? Like, how? Why? Oh my God, I love you.
The feeling is mutual.
Yes. Best bakery in London.
Best bakery. Oh, I'm going to be basic and I'm going to say Gales. Because you know what you're getting and it's always consistent. Yeah.
Okay. And a bakery that didn't live up to the hype.
What is that bun one?
Buns from who?
No, Buns from Home. Buns from Home is my favourite London bakery. The one that didn't live up to the hype. I think I'm quite good in terms of the food choices I make. It's rare that I have a bad meal. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Your favorite restaurant in London, and why is it your favorite?
I actually love Fumo in St. Martin's Lane. Again, it's always going to be consistent. The Italian food is always really great. And I will go there on dates. I take friends there if they've had a really big win. And it's just really lovely, solid food.
I need to check that out. A restaurant you wouldn't return to even if it was comped.
Again, I'm one of those people who studies a menu. I don't have bad meals because in London it's expensive. I've got to know, what I'm doing and where I'm going. So I don't have one. London, when it comes to food.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you go to bar for great drinks and good vibes.
I don't want to give you my favourite bar. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to gatekeep and girl boss. Do you know what is always consistent?
Okay.
The bar at the Standard.
Okay.
You can't go wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Okay. Okay.
You're not buying it.
Favorite park to escape the noise?
Favourite park?
Yeah.
I really like St James's Park because when I was staying in Pimlico, I could just always go there, sit and sketch, and there's not a lot of people in it.
A part of London you quietly avoid and why?
South. It's very far.
Okay.
That's all. Because I live in Northampton.
Okay, yeah, I'm going all the way.
Yeah, I went to Croydon and it took me 3 hours.
Yeah. Okay, what are your thoughts on service charge and tip-in culture in London?
Sick of it. So I make everyone come here to my house and I will cook for them and everything else. Because a lot of the time the service isn't worth it. Does that make sense? I don't really love service charge a lot of the time in London.
And your favorite gallery or museum?
The Gagosian always has really amazing exhibits going on. So I'd say that's definitely my favorite.
Okay. Best bookstore in London, preferably independent?
The Book Bar in N5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And one cultural experience that moved you recently? So exhibition, play, concert, whatever.
I went to go see the Book of Mormon finally. And it moved me. It made me question things. It left me speechless. And it was a lot of fun.
Yes. And which London-based creative or artist are you currently inspired by?
It's a big question. Damn, I have so many creative friends. This is not a fair question. Oh, who is inspiring me? There is this Instagrammer called Nuriana, and I just love everything she creates with brands. It's a new take on being an influencer, and everything she shoots is always so well done.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think she's really inspiring me creatively.
I need to check her out. Do you bike or taxi? How do you like to get around in the city?
Because I can take my time and I'm not going to be sweaty and I can read a book while I'm on the bus.
Nice. And your favorite tube line? Well, I know you said buses, but
Northern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Really? I feel judged. I thought this was a safe space. Darling, come here. Come protect me from these vibes.
Tube line you absolutely dread.
That yellow situation, the Circle, Metropolitan, what's the pink? Whatever one that is.
Hammersmith.
As much as I said I loved West London, that trifecta is awful. And I want that on the record.
How does London influence your personal style, if it does?
I just feel like in London you can take risks and wear whatever you want. And so that's what I love the most about going into London. Because once I'm there, no one cares what I'm wearing, Yeah.
And describe your perfect day in London.
Wake up, take the dog on a big walk, Hampstead Heath, Obviously, location and time zones don't matter in this example. Get like a really lovely roll from Buns from Home. Get back and make lunch for friends. And then go and see some museums and galleries. There's always something to do in London. And as you're doing that, I will always bump into another friend and then we'll end up getting drinks. And then it becomes a whole thing. And then it's like 2 a.m. I'm like, I need to get home.
That sounds lovely. And if London were a scent, a smell, what would it smell like?
Oud. I'm joking. No. Why would I say London?
That actually shows like the part of London that you go to the money part.
Listen, where the money resides. No. London as a scent, I would say vetiver, because every time I smell vetiver, it's fresh, it's green, makes me feel really inspired, and it's energizing. And that is London to me. Energy.
Love it. Are you a tea or coffee person? And how do you like it?
I'm a coffee. I shouldn't be, and I like it black.
Oh, lovely. And what's sitting on your nightstand right now?
Damn, sorry. I said I was going to be ready for these. Do you know what? My favorite perfume.
Ooh, nice. What is that?
It's Sana Jardin, and it's Air of Aquarius. That's my current favorite. Because I just like to spritz myself as I go to bed. So it's not really nice.
Yeah. And how do you balance life and work? I know that question is, but you know.
What is balance? I do my best to prioritize my wellness. So I'm no longer, skipping workouts or skipping walking. I'm doing those little things that actually build me up to be stronger to go through whatever the day gives me.
Nice. And what's one habit that helps you stay grounded?
Picking up dog poop.
I wasn't expecting that one.
It teaches you humility, okay? Do you want a different answer? I could give you a different one.
I love that.
But
That's
that is what keeps me humble. I can go from like a gala to having to come to pick up, and that's it.
What does self-care look like to you? What does that actually mean to you?
Self-care to me actually means spending time with my friends. It's not just a beauty routine. It's about spending time with people who pour into me and I pour into them. And also being in the allotment, because being barefoot, growing things.
Even during winter?
A little bit. I mostly leave it to my stepdad as it gets colder. But in the summer, I'm there every day.
Okay. How do you like to relax after a busy day?
I love to take a really nice hot shower, moisturize, and just veg out in my bed, maybe watching trashy reality TV.
And what's a small treat you indulge in regularly?
I think my whole life is a treat. I'm one of those annoying people that's done that whole gratitude thing. So I really do see every moment as a treat, whether that's like that first cup of coffee in the morning or taking the dog for a walk, whatever it may be. I'm just like, I enjoy all the little bites that life has to give me.
Nice. And heels or flats?
Heels if someone's buying me dinner. Flats otherwise.
Okay. And if you only had to choose 5 wardrobe essentials, what would they be?
Fantastic coat, Dries Van Noten always. A really great pair of tailored pants from We Are Kin. This is hard. I have an amazing quarter-zip from Isabel Marant. I think it goes with everything. And then like a classic white t-shirt. I think with that, you can make up as many different outfits as you want to.
Nice. That was 4.
And my bracelet. It just goes with everything.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Is there a fashion or beauty product you swear by?
Absolutely. I'm a bougie babe. Creme de la mer, always. Yep.
Nice. And who's your style icon?
I have so many, and they don't necessarily translate to me. So Grace Jones, I love that woman. Fierce, fabulous, consistent. And then I also really love Tilda Swinton.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I seriously, I've had the biggest crush on her like forever. Yes. She's amazing.
Amazing.
Do you have a trend you secretly love but wouldn't admit on social media?
Leopard print as a neutral.
Oh God. Oh my God, I can so relate to that.
It is a neutral. They're not wrong.
What's your guilty pleasure when you're in need of a mood boost? I think you sort of covered this, right? Veg in front of a...
Yeah. And also Vinted.
Oh, really?
It's taking all my money. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. And what are you currently reading, watching, and listening to?
So I'm a heavy metal girl. So right now there is this artist called Native James who is like a mash of grime and metal. So I love listening to him, especially in the gym.
Okay.
Something about it just really amps me up. In
Nice.
terms of watching, I'm actually loving Real Housewives of London.
Is it any?
Listen, you have to watch reality TV for what it is. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And then I'm actually currently trying to do the Bible in a year. So you've got a good mix with me. You never know what to expect.
I love that. And who's your favorite creative or artist? Could be both, actually.
I love Lenny Kravitz. So my dog is actually called Ace Kravitz. I love his interior design. I love his music. And I just love how that man looks. That is my short king.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
His house in Paris, my God. What's your most used emoji?
I can't say that one. Okay. Definitely like the sticking out tongue. Usually after I've said something sassy, I'll send that, yeah.
Okay. And what's your current screensaver?
It's me, my mum, and my dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And what's the last photo you snapped on your phone?
Some buildings last night in London. I was walking from the cinema and it just looked really stunning. I was in the city and it just looked so lovely. And I'm inspired a lot by architecture, so I'm sure it'll come full circle sometime soon.
And what are you secretly coveting?
Well, Fendi bag. That's staying here with us, isn't it, darling?
Is there a word you tend to overuse? And if so, what is it?
I don't know, but probably like or literally. And then I also say, I'm just saying a lot. Like exactly like that. I do that a lot.
I love that. And do you prefer voice notes or texting?
Text me, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to listen to your autobiography, respectfully.
What's your star sign and do you believe in astrology?
I'm a Sagittarius. I don't believe in astrology, but everything that it says about a Sag is classic me. And we are the better November people.
And when you meet someone new, what's the first thing you notice?
Their shoes.
Ooh. And what's the last thing that made you laugh out loud?
My dog. He is, the funniest being.
What makes your life materially better?
Materially better? My carbonator. I love sparkling water, but as a sustainable girlie, I can't be like collecting plastic bottles. So I've got an ARC carbonator, and that makes my life a lot better.
If you could eat one meal every day without getting bored, what would it be?
Plantain tacos. I'm a vegetarian. I love a taco. Yeah.
And your favorite city to travel to?
Paris. It's got to be Paris.
And if you could live anywhere in the world for a year, where would it?
Wherever my mum is. I'm kind of obsessed with that woman. So wherever she is, I'll be having a great time. I did love Bali, though, when I went a couple of years ago. Bali was amazing. So was Mexico. So Tulum or Bali.
Okay. And if you could instantly learn a new language, what would it be?
French, because the lessons are not going well.
Oh, you're learning at the
I am,
moment.
yes.
Oh, that's
Parlez-vous
so
français?
And what's coming up next for you?
I am actually going to be on some billboards later on this month in Piccadilly. And so I'm very excited to see myself on the big screen.
Hey, I love that. Oh, nice. That's the end of that segment. Oh, that's lovely. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
What inspired you to start We Akin and what personal or professional experiences shaped that vision?
I just wanted to create a brand that was sustainable, but I thought was really chic and timeless at the time. A lot of the sustainable options were just like hemp and Jesus sandals. So that's why I started to be on.
Was there a specific moment when you realized fashion could both be ethical, sustainable, and empowering?
Absolutely. I grew up a fashion girly. I would watch fashion TV, hours on end. And then I realized that this industry that I loved was actually damaging to people and planet. So from the very beginnings of We Are Kin, it was all about people and planet.
And Weakin is built on slow fashion, obviously ethical, sustainable production. But in such a fast paced industry, how do you balance staying true to those values while also driving creativity and revenue?
I think consumers now really care about where their clothes come from, and that's made it a lot easier for that message to kind of permeate. It almost markets itself in that way. And then in terms of creativity, I work with a lot of dead stock fabric. And so I don't design something and then go find the fabric. I start with the fabric and then I have to think around what I'm going to do. So it's creative problem solving always. That's always there.
What does sustainability look like beyond fabric choices? How does that translate into day to day business decisions?
Yeah. So beyond fashion choices for me, I have an allotment. I grow a lot of my own fruit and veg. It's in everything that I do. Yeah.
That's
It's in
so
everything.
cool.
It's in everything that I do. And so it's almost organic for me to think sustainably. Does that make sense? And
Yeah, of
so when it's
course.
time to make business decisions, my ethos is people and planet over profit. And so that is in every decision I'm making. Am I considering the planet? Am I considering people? And then we go from there. So
Okay. So this is a question that wasn't actually included, but I noticed from your website that
yes.
everything is sort of made to order.
Hmm.
Was there a reason for that? Because obviously when I compare it to other brands, you can just purchase and that's it. But with yours, it's like, there is a decision where you make a choice as a buyer and you have to wait for it to obviously be designed and created for you.
It's just so that there's no waste.
Got it. Really cool. Okay. And next question. What has been the biggest challenges in building We Akin as an independent Black brand? And how have you overcome that?
I'm really bad with socials. That
Really?
is my biggest, I think, hurdle because I then overthink and then sometimes I just don't post. And so I'm actually currently looking to hire just so that
Okay.
that side for the brand is taken care of and I don't have to micromanage and fret about it as much. Yeah.
And as a founder, how has your leadership style evolved over time? Are there any lessons or moments that significantly changed your approach?
When your label is called We Are Kin, you're already speaking that collaboration and kinship. So I've always been very fortunate. Yes, this is my baby and I'm heading it. But everyone I work with very much has input, from the factory founder or my freelancers or, my very best friend and design consultant, Scott. I care a lot about what the people around me are saying and then I work with that. My vision is still my vision, but I very much believe in having wise people around you. So,
I
yeah.
relate. And how do you see the role of community and representation in shaping the future of fashion? And how do you think We Are King contributes to that conversation?
I think definitely because the We Are Kin customer is everyone. I do sizes 6 to 26, and then if you're bigger or smaller, we will cater to you. There is that sense of camaraderie. These aren't clothes to punish women or to make women fit. Clothes are supposed to fit you. So that's where that sense of community comes in. But also, again, back to the name, you already know what you're getting into and what the vibe is. That's why a name is so very important. Yeah.
And what advice would you give emerging creatives, especially those from, sort of BAME backgrounds? How would they sort of build their own fashion brand?
I don't recommend getting into fashion, guys. I don't care who you are or what you are. I do not recommend it because what people forget beneath the glitz, the glamour, the headlines, the newspapers, the parties, it's a lot of work. I knew this going in and I was very much prepared. I come from quite an academic family, but I knew what I was going to face. So I was prepared for this and I love it. And this is exactly what I thought it would be. So I always tell people, regardless of your background, don't do it. But if you are going to do it, work hard, be nice to people, and don't think you are above anything. And that's just kind of it. People will remember how you made them feel. I think that's like a famous quote. So I go into everything and every interaction kind of being like, hey, how's it going? And my personality, actually, I like being at home with my dog and just chilling. But when I go out, I'm like, hi, how's it going? And I really make that effort. And it's not being fake, but it's just kind of being personable because if your family name isn't going ahead of you, you've got to go ahead of you, and your behavior and your character is your calling card almost.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah. It's so funny. I was having the same conversation with Mira in the car on the drive here. So last question, looking ahead, what's next for We Akin and for you actually personally as a creative entrepreneur?
I have no idea. I literally sat down, I'm 32 now, and I was thinking at my 5-year plan, and I was thinking, where do I want to be? I feel like the world is moving to a place that's more sustainable. I do a lot of talks and championing the environment and planet. I definitely want to do a lot more of that personally. And then with the brand, I do want to keep moving towards B Corp status, but also just being a brand that, again, is catering to all women. And hopefully at some point we're catering to all men. So, yeah.
Will there be more workshops? Because I saw actually from your Instagram page that you do that. Will there be more workshops in the future?
Yes, absolutely. I think everyone needs to learn how to put on a button, how to sew. These are basic skills. And I'm tired of my friends coming to me every beginning of school year asking me to sew their children's labels on. Sick of it.
I love that. Thank you so much, Ngoni. One word that defines you.
Sassy.
One word your closest friend would use to describe you.
Sweet.
One word that motivates you every morning.
Money. I'm just an African woman, okay?
Oh, one word that makes you feel unstoppable.
Love.
One word that shaped your journey.
Honor.
One word you would love to hear more.
One word. Beautiful.
One word you want to be known for.
Kindness.
One word you would tattoo if you had to.
Mum.
One word that feels like a red flag.
Anger.
One word you want to leave us with.
Character. Nice.
Okay, and that was the end of that round as well.